Good morning, guys. How are you? I'm gonna tell you what happened with me with the last load I got to Laredo, Texas. With all this pandemic and all this crazy weather that's going on in Texas and in 43 states. Uh, so I got a load from Kansas City going to Laredo. The price for the load was pretty good, pretty decent. I took the load and I was on my way to Laredo. I got to almost at the end of Oklahoma on the Highway 35 in a city called Ardmore, Oklahoma, in Ardmore. Like almost 40 or 50 miles away from Dallas. However, I was going down the hill and all this check engines lights start coming up on my dashboard. So, and one of them was the red engine light, which is the protection light. It's telling me that the truck is gonna shut off in 60 seconds or less. However, I have, after I finished the downhill, my truck, shut off, and I managed to put it on the shoulder. I called my mechanic and he told me it could be antifreeze, could be oil, could be, just check it. I checked the antifreeze level, it was good. I checked the oil, the oil's good. I had just changed the oil before I leave home. So I checked the code and gave me FM100 SPN1 SP100, so SP1 actually, and start giving me oil pressure low. I called my mechanic again and he told me it could be the oil pressure sensor, as small as the oil pressure sensor, or could be as big as the crankshaft or something in the engine. He advised me to get an oil pressure sensor and install it. So I called the road service and they told me they do not have an oil pressure sensor. And it was almost midnight, and they've been having a hard time to find this kind of sensor or all kind of parts actually, because all the road being closed for that time because of the weather, and all the dealership were closed because of the weather or something like this. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I towed the truck to a Freightliner dealer. It was almost 15 miles away in Ardmore, Oklahoma, and I left it overnight. And the next morning, I had to rent a hotel. I was lucky enough to find a hotel room because all the people, they just left their houses and went to the hotel because either they lost power or either they had some kind of water leak in the house because of all these water pipes start freezing up and blowing, and they got busted. So, and all the local people there, the community, they came together and they start raising money to rent a hotel room for the homeless people because they don't want the homeless people to die in the street because it was extremely cold for them. However, and the next morning I went and checked on the dealer. He had put the truck in the shop and he told me right away, it's not the oil pressure sensor, it's the engine itself. After him diagnosed the engine and he checked everything, he came out to me and told me that could be the pickup oil manifold had a cracked pickup pipe, or like, what did he call it? It's like pickup oil pipe manifold had a cracked and stopped pushing oil to the engine. And now what made the crankshaft to seal up or did some damage to the crankshaft, and the engine at that time just sealed up and it's not gonna start back again. He gave me a quote. You can see the quote that he gave me. He gave me two options. First option was to rebuild the engine, basically do overhaul in the engine, and that would cost me at his place almost $40,800 something. Like, oh my God, $40,000. The second option I have, or he gave me, is like to change the engine for $46,000 and something dollar. That was just too much. Like it was a shock. This truck I had just got it back in November. Actually, it's beginning of December and end of November. It was supposed to be as Christmas gift to me. Well, it's it wasn't that good of Christmas gift. Anyway, so basically the engine, or to repair the engine, it cost me way more. It's gonna cost me way more than the truck itself cost. I called my the dealership I got the truck from here in Michigan for his in Grand Rapids. I called him and I sent him the code that the dealer in Oklahoma gave me, and he told me he could do either one, the end to repair the engine or to put a new engine for close to $15,000 cheaper than that place. Now the problem I have to tow the truck from Oklahoma all the way back to Michigan, which is almost 1,200 miles. I'm like, what should I do, you think, in this kind of situation? Lucky me, I had towing insurance on that truck, but the insurance wouldn't cover more than $5,000. So I have agreed to tow the truck back to the dealer, and I'll pay the difference on the towing, which is, so my deductible was $250 plus I believe $1,500 more than the insurance would cover, so almost $1,750 just to tow the truck, plus the $5,000 that the insurance will cover, so almost $6,750 to tow the truck from Ardmore, Oklahoma, all the way back to Michigan. So now I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But for all the people that in the trucking business is not easy and could be very expensive sometimes. But we all signed up for this job. I mean, we knew this stuff could happen at any moment, but I guess it is what it is sometimes. For all the people that had this kind of code, SPN100 or SPN100 and FM1, guys, just I feel sorry for you. I mean, I know it's not easy. I'm in this kind of situation right now, so just be careful. Again, if you get this kind of code, it could be as small as an oil pressure sensor, or as big as you need to change the engine. I do have Freightliner Cascadia 2015 Evolution, engine's DD15, so it's pretty nice truck. It's a very decent truck. It's beautiful, but the engine had died on me. It just gave up. I don't know what to tell you guys. I have no clue. So I'm in kind of not very good situation right now, but I have to repair the truck because what else I can do? I don't know. I have no clue. So I called the towing. They're gonna start towing my truck today, going back to Michigan. I had actually to rent a car from Ardmore, Oklahoma, to go to Dallas, and I got a flight ticket going back to Michigan. So I spent 3 days in a hotel, plus $1,000 that dealer charged me just to check the truck and everything, and almost $200 ticket back to Michigan. So it cost me a lot so far, and still the truck didn't make it to the dealership yet. So, and the dealership in Grand Rapids, and I live around Detroit area, so you can tell it's not going to be cheap, it's not going to be easy, but it is what it is sometimes. God bless you guys. Be safe over the road, and I'll keep you updated on this kind of situation. I'll tell you what's going on. I'm gonna try to get some pictures for the engine, or what I'm gonna do. Plus I'm gonna put some picture for the coat and what happened to my truck at the end of this video. So check it out, and please subscribe and like the video if you like it. Hopefully that this video will help any of you. God bless you guys, and be safe in this kind of weather. Driving a truck in the winter time, it's not easy and it's not cheap. I know people think that we make a lot of money, but at the same time we could spend a lot of money. God bless you guys, and be safe.